Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support. And to my new audience, thank you for stopping by. So in today's tutorial, we want to learn how to cut and sew princess seam gown. So what we need is our basic gown pattern. This is our basic gown pattern, the front pattern and the back pattern. If you don't know how to draft your basic gown, I will leave the link on the description box so you can go and watch the video so that you will really get what we are doing in this tutorial. So this is my basic gown pattern. You need your measuring tape, your scissors. This scissors is mainly for cutting off my pattern. Your marker, you can use pencil, and your rollers. So without wasting much of our time, let's go straight into the tutorial. The first thing you will do, I would like us to work on the front pattern face. So I will just come to the armhole area. I will measure the armhole area, then mark my center. I'm starting from this my shoulder line, not the seam allowance. I have 9 inches. So half of 9 is 4.5. So I will mark my 4.5 points. Then I'm going to connect that 4.5 mark to this my bust point. I will not make it that curvy since it's not busty. It's just a normal princess seam. So I will just do it somehow straight. You can use your free hand and trace it, but I would like to use my curve ruler. Can you see I'm not making use of that curvy? It's not that curvy. Somehow straight line. So can you see it? I have made my curve line, I have joined it. So what I will do now, I will extend this line to my hemline. So to do that, I will mark half of my bust span the same way I did to have my dart. So the half of my bust span is 4.5. That's my nipple to nipple measurement is 9. When I divide by 2, it gives me 4.5. So I'll mark my 4.5 starting from my center front. So I'll go ahead and connect a straight line to meet this dart. To cut the pattern now. So can you see I've cut the pattern? So the next thing will be for me to hold my bust dart before cutting it on my fabric. So I have hold my bust dart. This little place that there is a shortage, I'll just cut small piece of paper and blend it. So my front pattern is now ready. I will cut it on my fabric, and when I'm cutting on my fabric, I'm going to add my seam allowance. That's my joining allowance. Remember to add your joining allowance. So let's work on the back before cutting on the fabric. Basically, I'm going to do the same thing for my back pattern. starting from where the zipper allowance starts, I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple measurement. That is my bust span measurement divided by 2, which is 4.5. I'll connect it to my darts. Can you see? Then I will go to my armhole area. I will mark half. I'll measure my armhole, then I will mark half of it. So I'm going to connect it here, this way. Remember not to make it curvy. So now I'm going to cut my pattern. So that is for my back. So this is basically how to convert from your basic pattern to your princess seam gown. So now let's cut it on the fabric. So I've pinned down my pattern to my fabric. This is the front that I'm cutting first. So my fabric is on fold. Can you see? My fabric is on fold. And I'm cutting both my lining and the main fabric together. Then you can decide to cut them separately. So now, for this, my project, the material I'm using, I've said it earlier, is stretch material. So I don't really need joining allowance because the material stretches on its own. But if your material is not stretchy, you need to add your seam, your joining allowance. So you can decide to add like 0.5. So you just mark your 0.5 all through for this side and for this side. But mine, I will just add very little. When I'm cutting, I will just add it. So I will go ahead and cut my material now. So I've pinned down the back. I'm going to cut my back panel now. Still cutting both the one I'm using for my lining and the main fabric together for the sake of time. I've got the back panel. I will remove my pattern. This is the one I'm using for my lining. So let's start with the back panel. I will go to my sewing machine. These are my 4 back panels. Remember, I have not joined the zipper allowance. So I will go to my sewing machine. I'm going to join the side panel to the center panel. I will join it to the down, to the hemline. I will join this other side to the hemline as well. Then I will bring it for you to see before joining the zipper side. So I have joined the side panels. So what I will do now will be for me to join the back using my zipper allowance. So I'll go back to my sewing machine and join the back using my zipper allowance. After that, I will do the same thing to the lining, then I will bring it for you to see. So I have joined my lining to the main fabric. Can you see? This is the main fabric. I have turned the neck and I've turned it inside out. So I'm going to iron it open. Can you see? So the next thing I will do now is for me to join my front panels together the same way I join my back panels. First of all, start with my main fabric. This is the right side. I'll go to my sewing machine. I will join the side panels for my front fabric. After joining it, I will do same for the lining, then I will bring it for you to see. So I have joined my front panel with the lining. Can you see? This is the main fabric. So what I will do now will be for me to carry my front and my back panel right side facing each other. I will join the shoulder and I will join the side seam. I will hem it, then our gown is ready. I'll bring it for you to see. So this is the final outcome of our princess seam gown. Can you see how beautiful and neat it looks? Can you see it? Thank you so much guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe and turn on your notification bell so that once I upload new tutorial, you'll be first to be notified. See you on our next video. Bye bye.